So there you have it, mortal friends. John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, to answer the most important question of all, is it one of, if not the best horror movies of all time?
Yes! 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 Yes!
Hell, I'd go as far to saying it's one of the best fucking movies of all time, and I know others agree.
I think it's one of the greatest horror movies ever made, if not one of the greatest movies ever made.
I completely agree.
So, let's explore why myself and Mr. Tarantino are correct, and anyone who disagrees is wrong. Groundbreaking special effects. The film's practical effects created by Rob Bottin are universally praised for their realism and creativity.
Wanted to make The Thing also never look the same twice, because if we see it again and again and again and again in the movie, you get kind of bored with it, and it just becomes a very familiar, object.
Rob Bottin's effects in that movie are some of the greatest practical special effects ever put on a movie theater screen.
The grotesque and terrifying transformations of the creature are still considered some of the most impressive practical effects in cinema history. Atmosphere of paranoia. Carpenter masterfully builds tension and suspense throughout the film. The isolated Antarctic setting amplifies the sense of claustrophobia and hopelessness. The film features a diverse ensemble cast of characters, each with their own personalities and motivations. The interactions between the characters as they grapple with fear, suspicion, and betrayal add depth to the story and enhance the emotional impact of the film. Morricone Music Masterclass. Carpenter did not compose the film's score himself, despite having composed music for many of his other films. Instead, Ennio Morricone, the renowned Italian composer, was hired to create the score. Carpenter felt that Morricone's style would bring a unique atmosphere to the film, particularly with his expertise in creating tension and mood through music. The score is highly regarded and is considered an integral element of the film's enduring legacy and cult status. Interestingly, Morricone also wrote an original score for The Hateful Eight. In a stroke of genius, Tarantino utilized some of the unused tracks from Morricone's score for The Thing. They fit perfectly, as The Hateful Eight and The Thing share some thematic and stylistic similarities, despite belonging to different genres. Ambiguous ending. The film's ending has sparked decades of debate, theories, and speculation among fans, adding to its enduring appeal. The lack of a definitive resolution allows for multiple interpretations and encourages viewers to engage with the film on a much deeper level. Influence on a genre. The Thing has had a significant influence on the horror genre, inspiring countless filmmakers and serving as a benchmark for practical effects-driven horror films. It will forever have an iconic status within the horror genre and a lasting influence on pop culture. Its impact can be seen in numerous subsequent films, TV shows, video games, and comics, and even a prequel film released in 2011, confusingly also titled The Thing. However, it received mixed reviews from both critics and audiences. While some viewers appreciated the film's attempts to tie into the events of the 1982 version and expand upon its story, others felt it didn't live up to the standards set by Carpenter's film, myself included. Many criticized it for relying too heavily on CGI effects instead of practical effects, which were a defining feature of the original. It's a shame because the FX studio, Amalgamated Dynamics, actually filmed amazing practical creature effects, but they were all cut and replaced with really shitty CG. What a waste. It's a fun companion piece for sure, and it has its moments and merits, but overall it's a pale imitation. Legacy and reevaluation over time. Upon release, The Thing initially received mixed reviews and was a commercial failure. It faced criticism for its intense gore and horror elements.
I have some problems with it. One of them is, I think, the characters. They're not made into three-dimensional people. Their function is to walk down the corridor and be jumped on.
Fuck you, man.
The other thing is plausibility. Once they figure out that this thing can turn into one of them, they ought to institute a watertight buddy system, but instead they have all kinds of loopholes.
Fuck you.
The story is totally implausible, and the movie just basically is an excuse for this very gruesome and repellent creature.
Fuck you.
To gross us out. It is the most nauseating thing I've ever seen on a movie screen.
Fuck you!
Additionally, it had the misfortune of being released around the same time as another big-name science fiction movie, which offered a more family-friendly and optimistic view of an extraterrestrial encounter. This likely contributed to the mixed reception. The mainstream audience just wasn't ready.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
Turn it off. Turn it off!
It has since been re-evaluated by critics and audiences alike, and is now regarded as an absolute cult classic of the genre. In conclusion, The Thing is a grotesque masterpiece of cosmic horror. It leaves an indelible mark on all who dare to venture into its icy, terror-filled world. So, whether you're a seasoned horror aficionado like myself or a curious newcomer, The Thing promises an unforgettable journey into the unknown, where fear lurks behind every corner and trust becomes a luxury in the face of unimaginable eldritch horrors. Personally, for yours truly, it is the best horror movie ever made. Period.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.